Welcome back to Great North Gaming. It's great to have you here with us today, and it's time to continue our NHL 26 Fantasy Draft Challenge here. We're here at the beginning of the year number one after completing the fantasy draft in the last episode. I am sorry it's taking so long to get this video out to you guys, but I am excited to be back, and we are ready to take on this challenge. Going to try to win 3 Stanley Cups in 3 years here, but the goal is to at least win one here with us. So we're taking a look at our team here. Valerie Nichushkin, Nathan McKinnon, and Brock Besser. Second line is going to be Ricard Raquel, Rupe Hintz, and William Karlsson. Third line is going to be Taylor Hall, Scott Lawton, and Warren Fogle. Third line is going to be Sam Carrick, Nick Dowd, and Zygmunt Girgensons. Defensively, we have Devin Taves and Adam Fox, Radko Gudas, and Thomas Chabot. And we have Dmitry Kulikov and Dylan DeMello there, so pretty solid there. And then we have Cam Talbot in the net there. So pretty solid looking team here. I'm hoping that we can make it to the Stanley Cup. Our team is looking pretty solid on paper. We do have a little bit of cap space, and we do have some prospects here to move in Berkeley Cadden and Victor Eklund there. So we have some top prospects there. So that should be all good. So with that all being said, let's do our coaching conversation with Rick Tocchet for year number one here. So season goal, compete for the cup. Okay, so that's good. I agree. And then we will do 5v5 focus for year number one. We already have some older players that are lacking some speed. So let's get up to January 1st and we'll check in and we'll see how this team is doing for the first season of the fantasy draft. Alrighty guys, so we're up here at the January 1st with a record of 24-14-1. We're second place in our division here, 1 point out of the New York Rangers for first place in the division. We'll take a quick look at the stats here. So Adam Fox is leading the team in points, 39, Nathan McKinnon 37, Raquel 33. Okay, so it's a committee by effort. Everyone's performing pretty well there. I did forget to show you, or we forgot to name the captains for this team, so we'll go ahead and do that quickly here. So our captain's gonna be Nathan McKinnon. Adam Fox is gonna be the alternate along with Devin Taves. So Thomas Chabot, I'm sorry. So let's hop up to the trade deadline here. Hopefully we can continue playing well and look what acquisitions we can make heading into the year one playoffs. Alrighty guys, so we're up here at the trade deadline here with a record of 36-22-3. Unfortunately, we're not able to push a lot of games to overtime to get that loser point there, but we are first place in our division. It's a close race there in the Metropolitan Division here. We'll take a quick look at our player stats here. We'll see who's leading. Nathan McKinnon's actually taken the lead there, 60 points in 61 games. Adam Fox, 60 and 61, so they're both tied. McKinnon, 33 goals. Ricard Raquel's having a great season. Rupe Hintz, Nichushkin, Brock Besser. Okay, so taking a look at our team, if we were to make a trade here, I think I would want to add to our forward core here, maybe an upgrade on Nichushkin or maybe a second line center there. So we'll take a look, see what's available here. I'm willing to go all in. We just have to remember to keep at least 3 draft picks for each draft, and we cannot trade past the third year. So let's hop into the trade deadline here, see who is available. We will be buyers, obviously. Enter that trade deadline. Who's available here? Neil Pionk, Frederick Anderson, Troy Terry, Michael Matheson, Brendan Carlo. Okay, not a whole lot available here. Nick Waugh. That could be an upgrade on Scott Lawton there. Neil Pionk, I don't really need a defenseman. Troy Terry. I don't want that contract. Barbashev. All right, let's go after a Nick Waugh here. All right, Colorado. I missed that trade, but Nick Waugh here. What could we give up here for a Nick Waugh? Just to add to our team here, we'll give a second and a third. Throw that the other way there. And we could send a forward the other way if we would like. Nick Dowd, no. Sam Carrick, how are you doing, my man? -6. Yeah, we can just send Sam Carrick the other way there. Maybe we can hold on to our third round pick. So a second and Sam Carrick for Nick Waugh. Will it go through? Trade rejected, not quite there. Let's add back in that third round pick there. Will it go through? Trade accepted there. So we still have draft picks for this year. We have a first, a fourth. So we could trade away 2 more draft picks if we want to, but I'm going to hold on to those assets here. No one else I really would like to go after here. Ryan McDonough, he's on a 1-year deal, but I think that's going to be the only trade. So let's hop to taking a look at our lines heading into the end of the season and the playoffs. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so we got Nick Waugh in there on the third line center playing with Fogle and Hall. Scott Laughton's moved down to the fourth line there with Gergensen and Nick Dowd. So let's get the end of this regular season done. Hopefully we can finish strong here and get home ice advantage here and hold on to the first place in the division. So let's go. Alrighty, guys, so we finished the regular season with a record of 52, 27, and 3. This is good for first place in our division, 107 points. We actually won the President's Trophy as well, so a great year for your Philadelphia Flyers here in this fantasy draft world. So let's take a look at the stats here. Nathan MacKinnon, 85 points, 46 goals. That's pretty good. Adam Falk, 79. Rupe Hintz, 70. Ricard Raquel, 69. Brock Besser, 64. Nikushkin, Shabbat. Okay, everyone contributed pretty well there. Goaltenders, let's take a look. Cam Talbot, a 904 and a 298. Let's take a look around the NHL here. Goalies for wins, Montembeault, a 926 and a 239. That's probably going to take it there. Let's take a look at forwards. 99 points for Leon Draisaitl. McKinnon ties him for goals, but he must have the tiebreaker there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's take a look at defensemen here. Bouchard, 82 points there with the LA Kings, so not a bad season there. So who are we playing in round number 1 here? Probably the New Jersey Devils, if I'm not mistaken. Regular season is done, and the New York Rangers we are playing. Okay, so let's take a look at the New York Rangers. All right, taking a look at New York, we got Artemi Panarin, Marco Rossi, and Andre Burakovsky, Coronado, Cheadle, and Cutter Gauthier, Michael Bunting, Boone Jenner, and Stefan Nosen, Ratti, Sharon Govich, and Eric Howland. Not a bad offensive core, kind of all middle. Lane Hudson, Radish, Jensen, Matachuk, Perrick, and Joe Vukoski. Okay, not too bad there. And Mackenzie Blackwood in the net. So pretty decent team there. Young, but I think they can definitely progress in the future here. So let's get this series done here. We'll just do the real-time sim and elimination or in the Stanley Cup final. Lose first 2 games in overtime there. Barely had, oh my god, we're going down 3-0 already to the New York Rangers. Some close games here, all within 1 goal here. Can we bounce back here? Elimination in year number 1, that wouldn't be too good for us. We're trying to win the Stanley Cup, trying to go for the dynasty. Eric Howland scores. It's not looking too good. Taylor Hall, though, gets one back for the Philadelphia Flyers. Can we hold on here? Where's McKinnon? Come on, Nate Dogg. You can do this. Thomas Chabot there gets one past Mackenzie Blackwood there. Come on, boys. Let's hold on here. Let's come back and win this series here, boys. Penalty kill there for the New York Rangers. We're going to hold on and win that one there. Come on, boys. Third period. Here we go. Come on, let's get an insurance marker. Don't take another penalty there. Stay out of the penalty box there. I'd love an insurance marker. Power play. There we go. Nikushkin scores on the power play there. There we go. Rupe Hintz gets one, and we got a 4-1 lead in this one here. Let's finish off that period. Nathan McKinnon won. The captain Barry's one. There we go. Bounce back in that game there. We'll do a real-time sim again here. Seem to be working out a little bit better than the sim there, so we'll do it a little bit quicker here. First period, New York's up by 1. Artemi Panarin. Second period, we're still down by 1. Rupe Hintz gets 1 on the board here. Can we bounce back, or are we going to get eliminated here in round number 1? In 5 games, a power play for New York goes nowhere. We kill it off. 10 minutes here to go in the third period. Nick Waugh, the trade deadline acquisition, ties it up here. Are we headed to overtime, or do we have a hero late? No, we're headed to overtime here. Can we push this game to game 6? A power play for New York. We kill it off. A power play for Philadelphia. They kill it off here. Both goaltenders are standing on their head here. Can we do it? Are we going to have a hero? Or are we going home here on front of our home ice fans? Second overtime. It's probably going to be over quick. Power play. There we go. Nathan McKinnon, the captain, scores to live to fight another day here to force game 6 after winning the President's Trophy. That President's Trophy curse is real. Game 6 in New York. We need to win this to push Game 7. Can we do it here? We'll go through it a little bit quicker. First period, we're out shooting them 17-8. Second period, they got 3 on us. Oh no, this isn't looking good. Come on, McKinnon, go off here in the third period. Take control of the game here. This isn't looking good. 8 minutes left to go here in the third period, and it looks like your Philadelphia Flyers are going to get eliminated in 6 games here in year number 1. Okay, so not a great first start to the year here, so we'll see. We got to definitely make some acquisitions this year. So taking a look at our team, I'd like to upgrade that first line there. Second line's looking pretty good. Third line, not bad. So I'd like to get some better wingers there for McKinnon and another top 4 defenseman. So that's the plan for the off season there. So let's sim up to the draft, see who wins the Stanley Cup. We can take a quick look at who did what for us in the playoffs. Nathan McKinnon, 6th, leading the... Yeah, everyone contributed there. It was a close series, but unfortunately New York took the best of us. And that President's Trophy curse there. So let's hop up to the draft, see who wins the Stanley Cup, and try to make this team better for year number 2. Alrighty, there you go. Colorado won the Stanley Cup there. So congratulations to the Colorado Avalanche. St. Louis, Buffalo, Anaheim, Florida, and Washington win the draft lottery there. So we're going to be very active at this draft here. Logan Couture, Pietrangelo, Shea Weber. I don't think we should have had anyone. Yeah, they're all free agents, so no one retiring. If we can get if there is a good goalie out there as well, we'd like to take a look at that. We can take a look at the awards here, see who won what. Colorado won the President's Trophy. Philadelphia won the President's. It was Boston and Colorado in the Stanley Cup Final. Art Ross went to Draisaitl. Hart went to Draisaitl. Bouchard won the Norris. Lady Byng went to Kucherov. Calder went to Drovkowski. Bedard won the Conn Smythe. Oh my God. Montembeault won the Vezina. Jennings went to Montembeault. Masterton went to Graves. Craig Berube won the Jack Adams. Selke went to Kopitar. Draisaitl won the Ted Lindsay and the Maurice Richard. So great year for Leon and Bouchard there in LA. So let's hop into the NHL entry draft here and see what we can do to make this team a little bit better. All right, NHL entry draft here. St. Louis does want to give up the first overall pick. That's pretty nuts. What the... I must not have the right rosters downloaded here. That's unfortunate here. We don't have Gavin McKenna in this game. That's okay. So we'll take a look here. I'm going to take a look around the NHL, see what trades we can make to make the offense a little bit better. Alrighty, guys, so I got a trade here. We're going to make a blockbuster here with the Calgary Flames. We're going to send them Dmitry Kulikov, William Karlsson, Berkeley Cadden, Warren Foegele, and a first-round pick for Matt Boldy and Owen Power. The trade value is on our side. Will it go through? Trade rejected. That's not going to go through here. So if we take off Kulikov here and we add in our first-round pick for next year, will that go through? Trade rejected. Maybe we might just be able to get one of them here. So we'll hold on to our... Where did that trade go here? So we'll hold on our first round pick for next year. So we'll send Karlsson, Caden, Foegele, and a first to Calgary for Matt Boldy. Will it go through? Trade rejected still, hey? I thought that would be going through for sure. I would be willing to throw in another first there for Matt Boldy. Will it go through? Trade rejected still no. Alright, we're going to have to keep looking here. Alrighty, guys, I found another trade here. We're going to try to make Warren Foegele a first and Kulikov, and we're going to try to bring in J.J. Peterka to play alongside of Nathan MacKinnon here. So values on our side. Will it go through? Trade accepted there. We might have got fleeced a little bit there, but we're going to keep looking there for a nice left winger to play alongside of Nathan MacKinnon and keep looking for that defenseman. So let's go. Alrighty here, so another big trade here. Might have to add a little bit more to this trade. William Karlsson and Valerie Nichushkin going to send to Utah for Drake Batherson to play the... We'll add him into the offense and Bowen Byram. So will it go through? No, it's not going to go through. I'll add in the first for next year. Will that go through? Trade rejected. No, still not. I will throw in that second if that will push it over the top. No, it's not going to go over the top there. Maybe we add in Berkeley Cadden there. So will that go through? Trade rejected. Still not there. We'll throw in that second round pick. Hopefully that will push it over the top. Their value is almost double. Still not. I want to keep that first. Second and a third. Might have to throw in that first round pick. We'll give that first in there. Still not. Holy cow, we're trying to make a massive trade here. Will it go through? There we go. First and a second there. So our offense is looking pretty sweet now. So taking a look. So MacKinnon, Hintz, Batherson, Besser. Sorry, we'll go back here. So if we take a look at our forward core, MacKinnon, Hintz, Batherson, Besser, Raquel, Peterka. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a pretty solid top six there. Nick Waugh, Taylor Hall, Scott Lawden. We got some players to re-sign there, but that's okay. And we still have Victor Eklund that we can move. We'll take a look at our defensive core for next year. We have Adam Fox, Devin Taves, Thomas Chabot, Bowen Byram, Radko Gudas, who we don't... Maybe we can bring back DeMello. Maybe we free up that money there from DeMello there. Because, well, Gudas is 36. Maybe we won't bring him back. We'll need to sign it. Maybe look at upgrading that. Looking at doing a different bottom pairing there. DeMello, he's all right, but I wouldn't mind getting that cap space off the team here. So, Vancouver's got cap space here, so let's just trade him for some draft picks for next year, so we can be flexible with some trades there. So DeMello for a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. There we go. So a good trade there. So we'll see what options we have here in the draft. First draft pick is going to be in the 4th round here. Do we have any guaranteed? There's a low elite there at 178. I'm going to try on this goalie Nesterov there, possible medium elite. He is 48 overall, but that's okay. That good trade value there. We don't really care about fleecing the system right now. Low elite Cooperman, we'll grab him up. 53 overall center sniper. These are just good assets here for us to grab up. Possible another medium elite goaltender, 1 bar. I doubt it. Yeah, medium fringe starter. Pick 220. Is there anyone? No, there's really no one available here, so we'll just go with this Hughes guy. Callum Hughes, AHL top 6 forward. So not a great draft, so let's hop to the re-sign stage. Alrighty, we're here in the re-sign stage. We have $12.9 million, so that's very good. Cam Talbot, how much do you want, my man? 3.1. We're going to wait on you because we'll see if there's anyone available in free agency, because I wouldn't mind moving off of Carter George and another guy for, and, you know, Eklund for a stud goaltender here. We'll bring these guys back here. Our goaltending prospects are looking pretty good. Defensively, Fox, Tave, Shabbat, Byram, Gudis. What do you want to come back here? 4.8. We'll wait on that for right now. Kessel, 1.7. Doesn't want to come back. That's okay. Kulachuk doesn't want to come back. That's okay. Oh, I didn't mean to offer 1.7 there. Thompson. We'll just qualify you for right now because I don't want to pay these guys all this money. 70, 25. I'm just going to release you. We can just sign new guys. So Gudas, we got to take a look at. Wallstrom. He doesn't want to come back either. We'll just qualify you. Asking too much money, these guys. Nolan Foote, we'll just qualify. Beckman. He wants to come back cheap. That's good. Petrov. Cheap as well there. Centers, Nick Dowd. Do we want to bring you back? Grinder, Nick Dowd. 2.5. Lawton wants 1.95. We're definitely bringing Lawton back. Perfect fourth liner here. We can give you a modified no movement clause here. $1.6 for 3 years. We'll give him that contract. Delandria, 2.2. You're an AHL guy, man. Season. We'll just qualify these guys here. Alright, that's everyone there. So we'll just advance a day. We'll see if Lawton accepts there. He does. A couple of other guys accept there. So we got $12 million. Forward core 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nick Dowd. I think I'm going to wait on Nick Dowd. We'll release you. We can look at someone else in free agency. Let's just, sorry, all expiring here. Radko Gudas. If you could give me a cheap contract here, I wouldn't mind bringing you back. I'll offer you 3.7 for 1 year. And Cam Talbot, 3.1 for 2 years. I'll give you some trade protection here. $2.575. So if there's no one else available in free agency, we can re-sign, or we can run back with Cam Talbot. Gudas didn't like that. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so we'll try to give Gudas another contract here. No movement clause. Yeah, so no movement clause. Give you a 3.8 for 1 year. That's the max I'm willing to go. He accepts. So we still have about $7 million here. So taking a look at our team for next year, we need So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll need at least 1 or 2 forwards. Nyman can maybe come up. Defensively, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 forward, and then look at the goaltender. So 2 forwards and a goal. 1 or 2 forwards and a goaltender, or not a goaltender, a defenseman there. So coaches are all good there. So let's sim up to the free agency and see who's available. All right, free agency here. Artemi Panarin's available. Rasmus Anderson. That could be interesting there, but he wants a little too much money. Robertson, John Carlson, Matheson. Who is affordable for us that we could bring in? Evander Kane, Andres Lee, Jack Roslovic. Wouldn't be bad for the third line there. Claude Giroux. More need fourth liners. And then take a look at defensemen. McDonough. Okay. And is there anyone available for goaltenders? Markstrom's the best goaltender available. And Stuart Skinner. Do we run Markstrom and Talbot for a year? Okay, so let me wait on Markstrom there because I'm not too worried about that. So let's take a look at some defensive forwards here, UFAs that are affordable, that would make sense for us to bring in here. Aren't too old, that aren't going to drop off. Brendan Gallagher. Yeah, Brendan Gallagher, that could be a good fourth liner there. 2.97 for 2 years. We'll offer that to you. And if I get one more guy here, Charlie Coyle. He's good defensively. I like Charlie Coyle. Let's bring him 2.5 there. And then we'll take a look at a defenseman here. Someone on the cheaper end that's pretty good. Grzelcyk. That could do. Yeah, I think Grzelcyk's the guy to go with. So I'll sign you to a contract, 2.8 for 3 years. That's okay. So we still have $2 million here. So I'm going to take a look at the trade market, see if there's a stud goaltender we can trade for, because I like our offense, I like our defense. Let's see if we can upgrade our goaltending. Alrighty, guys, so we're going to try to make a big trade here for Jesper Wallstedt. He'll need a contract extension. We can do that, but he's got low franchise now, so we got to try to make this work here. So Cam Talbot, he doesn't want to go here, so we can bring him back as the backup here. We'll send Carter George the other way there. It's pretty close. I don't want to fleece them too hard here. Is there anyone on the block here that I wouldn't mind trading you here? Cardell. Yeah, sure, Ethan Cardell, you can have him. So George and Cardell for Jesper Wallstedt will go through. Trade rejected, sweeten it just a touch here. So we'll just add in a draft pick here. Yeah, we got lots of draft picks here, so we'll add in a 4th round pick here. Trade accepted, so we got Jesper Wallstedt there. So great news. So I think our team is all set here for the final 2 years. We'll take a look at the contract extensions here. Jesper Wallstedt. So we got $17.4 million. We just need him for 2 years. Can we get you down cheaper? Let's just enter in a negotiation here. Okay, charm, organization, persuade. Okay. Contract, 2 years. Perfect. Improve the offer. We will give you the starting goaltender position. Agree. No movement clause. Sure, full. All right, 6.1 for 2 years. Let's... Okay, it doesn't quite meet his expectation, so he's not going to quite go for that. So Wallstedt here. Okay, 4 years, no movement clause. 6.4 for 4 years. Let's see if we can get that locked in there. That would be great. Bowen Byram, we got to give a contract extension to. Okay, right wingers, Drake Batherson, Gergensons, Nick Wall. Okay, so it should be good here. So Drake Batherson, how much do you want? Can I get you on a cheaper deal? No. Okay, so you want 6 years. Not crazy about that full no movement clause. I'd be willing to give you a 90% though. And if we could get you down to 7.4, we'll try that. And then we'll go Bowen Byram here. 5.6. Whew, I like the sounds of this here, Bowen. 4.7. I'll give you a modified no movement clause here. We'll try 4.4 million there, so we'll advance a couple days there. If we can get those contracts locked in, that would be pretty sweet for this team here. We still have Victor Eklund. We haven't traded him away. We got Wallstedt. Batherson didn't like the contract. Bowen Byram accept. Wallstedt accept. So some great contracts there. Some good money-saving contracts. So can we get Drake Batherson on a contract extension here? 8.3. Okay, he's wanting over $9 million. We're going to have to wait on Drake Batherson. So let's hop up to the beginning of the regular season here and see what this team's looking like for year number 2. Alrighty guys, so we're here at the beginning of year number 2. So let's quickly take a look at what our team is looking like. So Wallstedt's up to an 87. Cam Talbot's down to an 84. DeSmith, Porlo, Jones, okay. Fensley, Fox, Taves, Shabbat, Byram, Gudas, Grizzlick, Fleury, you can go down there. So our defense is looking very solid. And forwards, who do we got to send down? Nyman. Yeah, you can go play down in the AHL for another year. So let's take a quick look at what the team's looking like for year number 2. So they want to go Rupe. Now I want to spread this out a little bit here. Let's go JJ Peterka with McKinnon, Batherson, Raquel, Hintz, and we got to get Besser up there. There we go. Nick Waugh with Brendan Gallagher and Taylor Hall. And then Gergensen, Coyle, and Scott Lawton. I think that offensive core, it looks great for year number 2. Defensively, Taves, Fox, we'll go Bowen Byram here with Gudas and Grizzlick there. So that's looking like a solid top 6 there. And in the cage, we have Wallstedt. So let me know what your thoughts are about this team, if we should be making any more trades heading into year number 2. Maybe we look to move off of Batherson for a bigger trade because he doesn't want a contract extension. But let me know your thoughts. And if you like this video, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, peace.